What cat aspirants can learn from India's undefeated Champions Trophy win? And so, lots of things, lots of things. And so, uh, Indian team had a nightmare 2023 ODI World Cup. So Bhayankar redemption and bounce back story. I'm sure there are plenty of repeaters out there who for some reason it didn't fall in place in some one year. After which, twice in a row, India has won something significant. So it's important to pick yourself off the mat, bounce back, and jump in and say, "Hey, I'm going to give this with full josh." Right? So from that thing, there are a bunch of ideas to learn from, things to learning even in the fact that India didn't win the World Cup in which they invested so heavily emotionally, the whole country, all these players, but they came off saying, "Look, we're on the mat, but we'll still put fight." And so, a couple of things that they did is there's very little left to chance. Amped up the batting, amped up the bowling, amped up fielding, didn't leave much to chance, understood the variables, made sure that the intensity was up, changed the way we play by increasing the risk right at the top of the order. All that was done. So there was from being a really imposing, powerful team, it became a imposing, powerful team, but with becoming more impregnable, not vulnerable to off days, less vulnerable to off days. Everybody is vulnerable to off days. Second thing the team did is to make sure that even if some big guns are not there, we can still compete. So not heavily dependent on one thing. And so if you're preparing and you're saying, "Look, I've not really done geometry, trigonometry last time," do it. Make sure that gap is filled. If you're saying, "I'm king of quant, if quant goes well, I'm flying," make sure you're not over reliant on quant. And so India had a fantastic Bumrah in 2023. We didn't cross the last hurdle, and then it fell in place. Beyond all this, there's an element of luck as well. I think that plays a super crucial role that you can't account for. Right? Very often, now comes the fun part. This is all fun. I've tried in all seriousness to do this, but this is as the jargon goes, this is a LinkedIn category, right? It's not something that we do, not something that we do on YouTube. If you watched the Champions Trophy and you enjoyed it and you had said, "Look, India played well," thank God for that. And then you said, "Look, this doesn't offset the fact that we lost in Australia or we lost miserably to New Zealand at home." Those two were the more important things than this, and simply doesn't offset the fact that in 2023 we came so close and still missed out. But hey, good fun. Let's keep going. That's probably the best thing. There is no need to draw a line from our 2023 to 25 one-day performance and white ball cricket performance and say, "How can I take this into my cat preparation?" Absolutely no need for that. The guy said, we have to do this. I said, "Look, I'll do this, but we'll do this on our terms." So there is absolutely no need to take some real world event and then say, "How does it feature into my cat preparation?" Kind of stuff that drives me nuts, and kind of stuff that that makes you overly bought into one idea. Right? So I'm not even a fan of reading non-fiction and taking gyan from books that you read. And so, how can I read *Sapiens* or *Atomic Habits* and improve my life? Why should you improve your life? Read a book, enjoy reading the book, do leisure reading. Some of the best, biggest, grandest impacts I've had in my life have been from fiction books. So read books for the love of reading them, or to learn calculus. And so I totally understand if you have to learn calculus. I totally understand if you're going on a ride. Right? So I love the idea of reading books to be consumed in the author's narrative. Either it's fiction or non-fiction, but some story he's spinning, I'm in that world. The author is good, he's keeping me in that world for 5-6 hours. Hats off to him, because my attention span is shrinking. And I'm fighting against my shrinking attention span by diving into a book. That in itself is a huge takeaway. And so I'm not a big fan of taking takeaways from everything. And so this, I must tell you, I've done the first half of this video absolutely under pressure. No need for any of you to take anything from what can we learn from India. Nothing. We learned that India won that match. India is a pretty good team, an utterly dominant team. We lost one, we won the other two. Life goes on. Nothing more to take away from that. Having said that, those of you thinking about CAT, right? So leave this aside, jump down and prepare. And so you must commit to a preparation plan early and plan with wit and rigor for 9 months with a smile on your face, and enjoy the ride. And so this is a wonderful, wonderful exam to prepare for. And so There's a million debates about what is MBA, whether is it relevant, is it useful, is there an ROI and all of that. Right? So I'm not going to get into that. I don't even need to answer those questions. I know 100% that if you're in your early 20s and you prepare for this exam for 9 months, you will be immeasurably better off for it. To me, that's brilliant. Do that. So best wishes for your cat. Hopefully India keeps winning and we can do more videos like this.